Welcome back to Nothing Fancy. I am your co-host, Jaden.
And I am your co-host, John.
It's been so long since I've done it first for me.
I know.
I think we went like the first 3 or 4 episodes with me, and then like the past couple have just been you. So
I know.
wow, this is nice.
I'm just kidding.
So for I don't know what happened there. But so for this week's news of the week, give us a run.
I can't do it on command.
Just do it.
No, I can't.
So for
I was
this week,
going to do it, but I couldn't.
I know you're like, nope. So for this week's news of the week, it's not as good when you don't do it with me.
Oh, do it again.
Okay. For this week's news of the week, the iPhone 12 has been announced that it's coming out for pre-order in like a week or something like that, or like a few days or whatever. By the time this episode goes up, the pre-order will have already started for that. So that's a thing. That's cute.
Fun.
I don't know what else. Do you have any tea? Any news for this week?
Any news?
Let me go to Twitter. Let's see if Twitter has any news for us.
News?
Oh, sorry. Ariana was singing in the background. My bad.
Gross. I'm just saying.
You.
I have nothing, man. It's been a dry week.
Oh, what's that show called? The Haunting of Bly Manor is now on Netflix. It's super good and fresh. Really good. I actually kind of like this season, but like it's just really slow. So like that's like kind of an issue for me. But other than that, it's really great. What else? Gina Rodriguez, her show, what show is she on? Carmen Sandiego got just started that. Season 3 just came out on Netflix too. I don't understand why they renewed for a season 3 when she's racist, but that's none of my business except for the fact that it is my business. Anyways, what was I gonna say? So there's that. I think that's like all the news this week I have.
I don't have none. No.
I had a midterm this week. I got every question wrong. Not actually, but like they put in the answers wrong, and so it's gonna keep showing that I got the answer wrong. And I talked to my professor about it. Virtual learning. It's never a good idea unless it's planned that way.
Unless that's how God intended it.
Unless that's how God intended it. God did not intend for people to transition from in-person classes to online classes. Okay.
You called it Magnolia.
What?
I called you Magnolia.
Magnolia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Magnolia May.
Oh, I like Magnolia May. That's a nice name. That's a nice name. Oh, girl. I'm dying. So sorry,
that was
everybody.
Disgusting.
Okay, I know you are not
that is
talking.
Just so gross.
I know you are not
and
talking.
Inhumane.
Inhumane. You say as you go to burp.
I did not burp. Any hoozles.
So for this week's episode, we are going to be reading in the spirit of the spooky season. Continuing with the spooky season spirit. We will be
I'm being like the background for you.
No, I know.
Go ahead. I can't do like scary. What was that?
I don't.
What was that? I really hope that was a paper flying because of the air in here.
Oh well, if we die, we die. You have ghosts in your own house. I don't know why you're so scared. You have Stanley. So continuing in the spirit of spooky season, you have to, if you do the woos, but you have to like do it further away. Yeah, there we go. So, in the spirit of spooky season, today we will be reading spooky, scary stories. Short stories, not long ones, because we don't believe in long stories. Well, we do, except for the fact that we don't have time to read long-ass stories. So, we're going to be reading short, spooky stories. So, yeah. Are you done?
Are you done?
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Cool, great.
Cool. On to the scary story.
Alrighty. Did you already pull up your scary stories?
Oh.
Just type in short, scary.
I'm sorry, what?
You know what? You know what I meant. Leave me alone. I'm doing the best I can with this life that I was given, okay? This New Old House. Okay. So my first story is called This New Old House by Bat Out of Hell 821.
Wow.
Okay, look at that and tell me that. Look at that and tell me that it does not look like. I was like Batote. I was like Batote of Hell, and I was like. We bought an old house. I can't do this. This is already too much for me. I can't keep a straight face when it comes to scary stuff.
I can read it while you eat your cookie.
No, it's fine. Okay. I'll just. It's not a long story, so. We bought an old house. My boyfriend and I. Why is it worded that way? Sorry, and I've read it stupid too. We bought an old house, my boyfriend and I. He's in charge of the new construction, converting the kitchen into the master bedroom, for instance, while I'm on wallpaper removal duty. The previous owner papered every wall and ceiling. Removing it is brutal, but oddly satisfying. The best feeling is getting a long peel, similar to your skin when you're peeling from a sunburn. That's terrifying. The fact that I know that this is white people. I don't know about you. We don't burn. I don't know about you, but I kind of make a game appealing. Shut up.
I didn't know that was part of the story.
Jesus Christ.
You were still talking until you said something.
I was like, is she really seeing?
I'm sorry.
This is going to be not scary. Okay. I don't know about you, but I kind of make a game appealing. On the hunt for the longest piece before it rips. Under a corner section of paper in every room and a person's name and a date. Curiosity got the best of me one night when I Googled one of the names and discovered the person who was actually a missing person. The missing date matching the date under the wallpaper. The next day, I made a list of all the names and dates. Sure enough, each name was for a missing person, with dates to match. We notified the police, who naturally sent out the crime scene. I overheard one say, "Yep, it's human." Human? What's human? Ma'am,
what?
Where's the material you removed from the walls already? This isn't wallpaper you were removing. That's... Whoa.
Wait, is that how it ended?
Yeah, that's how it ends.
Wait, then how was it wallpaper?
He, like, whoever it was, like...
Did they turn it?
Wait, she said it was like skin, like removing a long. I wonder if like they like did something to like. Ew, that's so gross. Oh my god, I'm disgusted. All right, it's your turn. Wait, what website are you using? I'm using Scoop Whoop.
I was on Tumblr trying to find something.
Oh,
But
you should use scoopwhoop.com.
you should suck it.
I want to. A nice big fat one.
Let's read this one and see if it's scary.
Okay.
Okay. If it's not, I'll go to a different website.
Okay.
Set the scene. You're laying down.
Nope.
I just said set the scene as in shut up. I'm just kidding. Okay. While falling asleep, I hear loud scratching noises coming from the other room. It sounds like someone is clawing up the wall that both rooms share. I wake up I fucked it up. I wake my wife up and we walk into the other room. She with her knife and me with my bat. Carefully peeking my head around the corner, I'm surprised when the noise stopped and there was no one there. My wife and I shrug it off and I walk past her back to the room. Once entering the bedroom, I am paralyzed with fear. I see my wife sleeping in bed, undisputed. Sure. I tried to... That's probably what they meant.
Yeah. I'm really good at deciphering shit.
I see my wife sleeping in bed, undisturbed. I try to scream, but the cold, sharp knife cuts deep in my throat, drowning me with my own blood. Fucking hell. That took a fucking turn. Oh my god.
That's terrifying.
Dear fucking Jesus.
dear fucking Jesus. Why? That's creepy. Like, if y'all can hear my dog,
Bark,
I'm
bark.
so sorry. Bark, bark. Woof, woof. No, only big dogs go woof.
Beep, beep.
Oh, I did toot toot again.
And it's your turn. Back to you, Jaden.
Dayton.
God fucking damn it. This
Okay.
is a bad episode for us to read something.
I know. I hate it when my brother Charlie has to go away. By Horror in Pure Form. And the picture that goes with it says, they say his disorder makes him charming. Makes it easy for him to fake normalcy. Normalcy?
Normalcy?
Normalcy. That's the right word, the last word in there. In the picture?
Normalcy? Yeah.
Normalcy? Okay. I had to ask for help. Guys, I'm 21 and I don't know how to read. Hi, I'm Jared. I'm 19 and I never learned how to read. I hate it when my brother Charlie has to go away. My parents constantly try to explain to me how sick he is, that I am lucky for having a brain where all the chemicals flow properly to their destinations like undammed rivers. When I complain about how bored I am without a little brother to play with, they try to make me feel bad by pointing out that his boredom likely They try to make me feel bad by pointing out that his boredom likely far surpasses mine, considering he's confined to a dark room in an institution. Oh, I always beg for them to give him one last chance. Of course, they did it at first. Charlie has been back home several times, each shorter in duration than the last. Every time, without fail, it all starts again. The neighborhood cats with gouged out eyes showing up in his toy chest, my dad's razor found dropped on the baby slide in the park across the street, mom's vitamins replaced by bits of dishwasher tablets. My parents are hesitant now, using last chances sparingly. They say his disorder makes him charming, makes it easy for him to fake normalcy, and to trick the doctors who care for him into thinking he is ready for rehabilitation. That I will just have to put up with my boredom. If it means staying safe from him, I hate it when Charlie has to go away. It makes me have to pretend to be good until he is back.
Huh?
What? Is he Charlie?
Oh my god! Oh my god! I don't like that.
Is he Charlie?
I think so. I think he's blaming it on Charlie.
I wonder if he has multiple personality disorder. He's like, have you seen Split?
Yeah, I don't think it's that though.
No?
I think that he does have, or she, I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
They have a brother that they get sent away, but he only acts up when the brother's there, and so they think it's him.
Oh my god.
That's scary.
That's the cat part. The
the
gouged out eyes. Bitch.
Treasure chest.
First of all, what child has a treasure chest still? But also, why are you putting dead animals in your treasure chest? Don't your room smell like dead animals?
Keep that outside. That's what Jeffrey Dahmer did.
Keep that outside. I hate you. Keep that outside. Ugh.
You want to
trifling.
You don't want to get caught. That's why you be getting caught, bro.
That's why you be getting caught. Not even him getting caught. It's his brother, and it's not even his brother's fault. Whack. Anyways, what if his brother is like purposely taking the blame for it because he doesn't want to be around him?
Maybe.
What if Charlie's
maybe he's like, what is it?
Like not
mind controlling him some way, like
manipulating him.
Yeah, to make him think he actually did it.
Maybe. He's the crazy one. Crazy's like not a good word. Okay, go ahead. Your turn.
Why is crazy not a good word?
The way I used it. We have 4 minutes, so it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
I think we can get probably through 2.
Okay. I recently moved with my dad into a new house. A couple weeks ago, I was trying to sleep when I felt something sit on the edge of my bed. I hadn't moved at all. I looked and there wasn't anything there. I just tried to ignore it and go back to sleep, but after a few minutes, my feet and legs started to hurt, like really badly. I kicked in the general direction of it, and the pain ebbed away, and I was finally able to go to sleep. Jesus.
That's creepy.
They were just like, I'm gonna fall asleep now. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Not me drooling.
Never that.
Ew. Disgusting. Okay, I need
Disgusting.
water. And then I'll do this last one.
Disgusting.
Mm.
Disgusting. Unacceptable.
Which one of you took a shit and doesn't know how to flush the toilet?
Not me.
Not me.
I was fucking one of yous.
Disgusting. Okay. This next one is called Guardians by Dark Alligator.
What website are you using?
Scoop Whoop.
Okay, I'm trying.
Just literally type in short scary stories, and it'll be the first one that pops up, and it'll say 30 short scary stories.
No, I picked a different site.
Okay.
They're still short. Go ahead.
And the picture says he knew they had just been protecting him. Love that. Okay. I don't know why I did that. He woke to the huge insect-like creatures looming over his head and screamed his lungs out. They hastily left the room, and he stayed up all night, shaking and wondering if it had been a dream. The next wondering, there was a tap on the door. Gathering his courage, he opened it to see one of them gently place a plate filled with fried breakfast on the floor, then retreat to a safe distance. I'm sorry, please hold. I just imagined, what's that insect company? And they always have the real but fake insect talking in the commercials. I can't remember what it's called, but that's what I just thought of, is like a giganto ass insect setting down this.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Hold on.
I'm listening, but I don't know if I'm listening.
Okay. I'll start over.
Okay.
He woke to the huge insect-like creatures looming over his head and screamed his lungs out.
Oh,
They hastily left the room, and he stayed up all night shaking and wondering if it had been a dream. The next morning, there was a tap on the door. Gathering his courage, he opened it to see one of them gently place a plate filled with fried breakfast on the floor, then retreat to a safe distance. Bewildered, he accepted the gift. The creatures chittered excitedly. This happened every day for weeks. At first, he was worried they were fattening him up, but after a particularly greasy breakfast left him clutching his chest from heartburn, they were replaced with fresh fruit, as well as cooking. They poured hot, steamy baths for him and even tucked him in when he went to bed. It was bizarre. One night, he awoke to gunshots and screaming. He raced downstairs to find a decapitated burglar being devoured by the insects.
Oh my God.
He was sickened, but disposed of the remains as best he could. He knew they had just been protecting him. One morning, the creatures wouldn't let him leave his room. He lay down, confused but trusting, as they ushered him back into bed. Whatever their motives, they weren't going to hurt him. Hours later, a burning pain spread throughout his body. It felt like his stomach was filled with razor wire. The insects chittered as he spasmed and moaned. It was only when he felt a terrible squirming feeling beneath his skin that he realized the insects hadn't been protecting him. They had been protecting their young.
Ew, there was bugs inside him? Is that what it said? I don't like that one. I don't like that one.
That reminds me of the story from Scary Stories with like the spider one.
I don't know that. I don't like these.
I don't like that.
No.
You know what is spooky besides these? The current state of our country.
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let our sponsors talk about that. So thanks. Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks.
To it.
Voting isn't just going to the polls on election day anymore. Options like early voting, mail-in voting, and ballot drop-off boxes are available to more voters and are growing in popularity. How to Vote, a tool created by Democracy Works, breaks down the options your state offers for casting a ballot, empowering you to decide when and where to vote. So, decide when and where you'll vote this year at howto.vote. Again, that's howto.vote. Even though this is a presidential election, there are many more candidates on the ballot besides the president. Go to Ballot Ready for a nonpartisan guide to your entire ballot. From there, you can compare candidates, based on stances on issues, biography, or endorsements, and then save your choices to use when you vote by mail or in the voting booth. You can even request your absentee ballot or make a plan to vote early or on election day. This election matters. Make sure you have a plan to vote and vote informed. Go to ballotready.org and enter your address to make a plan to vote and vote informed. Again, go to ballotready.org.
And we're back.
Hi. Ooh. 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 Okay, well, I just thought it'd be fun because we're doing scary stories. All right, your turn, kid.
Okay.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay. What you doing?
Tasting Damien about the.
Oh, sorry. That was the alarm from earlier. I set an alarm. That scared me too.
I thought because you had went to go touch the microphone that's what the microphone was making. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You're texting Damien. Hi, Sister Damien. How are you? I'm just going to tell him hi every single episode.
Till he listens. Now we have to add those in to the past ones. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'll just read it. Okay.
Are you reading it in your head?
Yeah, I was trying to see if it made sense. I'm so sorry. I forgot that we're recording.
God, you got so close.
I know, I'm so sorry.
It was so close. I was like, you're like, okay, I'll read it. And I was like, well, it's really quiet right now, so I don't know if you're reading this in your head or.
Okay. This one is called The Rocking Horse. Get all the spit out of my mouth.
The spittle.
One night, when I was maybe 10 to 12, I had trouble falling asleep. My bedroom was the entire top floor of our house, with my bed and such being on the left side, and the storage closets and the play area being on the right. I don't know why I can't breathe as I'm reading, but I'm trying to... Okay. I was lying in bed when I heard a noise from the other side of the room, and I see a rocking horse begin to rock. It was sitting just outside one of the storage doors. Storage closet doors. It proceeded to rock its way halfway across the room and stopped dead under the ceiling light. At this point, I was freaking out and had just buried my head under the blankets and never peeked out again until morning. It was all confirmed not to be a dream, as the rocking horse was still in the middle of my room when I woke up. Furthermore, I got a stern reprimand from my parents for being up out of bed playing with my toys well past my bedtime. Their bedroom was directly below the storage closet play area and had heard the creaking of the rocking horse shuffling across the room. That was kind of whack.
That was kind of whack, but it was still kind of scary because, like, bro, like, your house is haunted. Imagine being that young and just, like, seeing your rocking horse, like,
dude,
scoot
why
across
do you
the floor.
have a rocking horse if you're 10 to 12?
Good point.
And why do you have a play area?
When you're 12, you have a lot of things. They're white. You know
Okay,
they're white.
that makes sense.
Next up, we have Seeing Red, The First Day of School by Zinri Howe. And the picture says, it's such a rush to see them and know their time is numbered. What? Okay. Okay. Everyone loves the first day of school, right?
No.
New year, new classes, new friends. It's a day full of potential and hope. First of all, that whole no thing that you just did just registered in my brain fully, and I was just like, did she just say no? It's a day full of potential and hope before all the dreary depression of reality shows up to ruin all the fun. I like the first day of school for a different reason, though. You see, I have a sort of power. When I look at people, I can sense a sort of aura around them, a colored outline based on how long that person has to live. What?
Oh my god.
Most everyone I meet around my age is surrounded by a solid green hue, which means they have plenty of time left. A fair amount of them have a yellow-orangish tinge to their auras, which tends to mean a car crash of some other tragedy. Anything that takes people before their time, as they say. The real fun is when the aura ventures into the red end of the spectrum, though. Every now and again, I'll see someone who's basically a walking stoplight. That's not funny. I'll see someone. Those are the ones who get murdered or kill themselves.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. It's such a rush to see them and know their time is numbered. With that in mind, I always get to class very early so I can scout out my classmates' fates. The first kid who walked in was basically radiating red. I chuckled to myself, too damn bad, bro. But as people kept walking in, they all had the same intense glow. I finally caught a glimpse of my rose-tinted reflection in the window, but I was too stunned to move. Our professor stepped in and locked the door, his aura a sickening shade of green.
No. Oh my god, he killed them. He killed them.
Like, that literally, I literally, like, was getting teary-eyed reading the end of that. I was like, that is terrifying.
Wait, how did she write this then?
Huh?
How did she write this then?
What do you mean?
It was in the perspective of the girl.
They're just scary stories. They're not real. What do you
know,
mean?
I'm just...
I'm confused. Joanna, what are you talking about?
It was from her perspective, and she was gonna die. So did she write this before she died?
That makes sense.
Thank
now,
you.
Now I see
Thank
what
you.
your question is.
Thank you very
I see
much.
what your question. I was confused. I thought you were talking about the author, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
No.
It's a short story. That's how they died. She's writing it in the afterlife. It's a book that she released. It's the Heaven's best number one selling book.
That was a struggle for
It
you.
was. It's Heaven's best selling number one book.
Cute.
In both heaven and hell.
Ooh. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about. Okay, go.
Wait, like how would you think, like, do you think that's like distracting?
What do you mean? Like the auras? Like the colors?
auras, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Imagine like that's terrifying.
That's so bright.
That's so bright. Like imagine you're just like talking to someone and like you just like see it and you're just like, "Oh my god, like you're going to die soon." Imagine having that power and like knowing that somebody's going to die soon and like you literally probably can't tell anybody because if you do tell them, like you're going to seem like the killer. That's oh my god, that sucks, bro.
You can be like, "Hey, okay, so I see like your aura right now, and don't kill yourself.
Please don't kill yourself and don't get in don't get in that car. Maybe.
Don't get in the car today.
Something just tells me you're
You
going to
know,
get in a car accident.
Maybe just be extra careful today, you know?"
Just please.
Which also,
But like then which also begs the question too, which this is something that was brought up in the Amazing World of Gumball. There's an episode, I'm just gonna make this quick. There's an episode of Amazing World of Gumball where one of the like side characters, his name's Banana Joe. His mom is like a painter and like she can like paint the future and shit like that, like before it ever happened. And there's an episode where like she did that and like
fate, is that what you're talking about?
and like he like wound up on the news. And so like and they saw he was naked on the news. And so people like him and his siblings were both like they were like, well, we have to like keep you home so that way that doesn't happen. And so then at the end of the episode they were like it obviously ended up happening,
Right.
And so they were saying like, would that have happened had you had we not even seen the picture,
Right.
like or like would it still have happened, which is like super crazy to think about because then it's like if you can see people's auras and you know that you're gonna like that they're
Maybe
gonna die.
that's why she was just like, I'm just like, she was just watching and she didn't say anything because she knew what she was gonna do wouldn't change anything, you know?
Maybe.
Because, you know, fate is fate.
And he locked the door. He locked the door with the children inside.
She should have got up and been like, I have to go to the bathroom.
I'd be like, girl, I gotta go.
No,
pee."
it was the first day. She could have got up and be like, I'm in the wrong class.
She
And
literally
she could have went and told somebody.
should have told everybody, hey, we're all in the wrong class. Actually, we're not even supposed to be in this class. Sorry,
Or
we have
like
to go.
went and got, but like, hey, I think like a security guard or something and been like, or a teacher like, I think he has a gun. Or
Right.
something, you know?
That's terrifying.
Oof.
All right, your turn. We'll do one more each. So
Okay.
you'll technically have two because this is one of yours.
Okay. This one's called The Grandfather.
The grandfather.
I'm picking the really small ones, by the way, so
Okay. That's cute.
because they're all kind of long, and I keep holding my breath as I'm reading these.
Go. You said go.
Okay. stop, because now I'm thinking about it and it's making it difficult.
Okay, I won't.
Okay. My grandfather told me this story about how one time he was sitting in a chair in front of the house. I was doing so well. He was sitting in a chair in front of the house when he heard his wife repeatedly calling him from inside the house. The thing is, my grandmother passed away a few years before that. But he told me that the voice was so pressing that he actually got up to look inside the house. And as soon as he got inside, he heard a loud crash behind him and then turned to see that the chair he had been sitting in moments ago had been crushed by the cast iron gutter that fell on it. If he hadn't come inside, he would have probably been seriously injured. I don't know if that's paranormal or not, but every time I think about it, it sends chills down my spine.
That's crazy. I was gonna be like, oh my god, his grandma was trying to call him up. She said, bitch.
That's what I thought. I thought that's what it was gonna be. But then I was like, how did your grandpa tell you that then, you know?
Right.
We're
so special.
I'm reading into
Both
this
of us,
too much.
Same. Both of us are just like, oh my god, like, how's that? Whatever.
Meanwhile, people... Okay, you went to Scoop Whoop? I'll go to the bottom.
Yeah, Scoop Whoop. I'm on number 5 right now, so you can do anything after that. Okay, the next one is, they got the definition wrong by... How would you pronounce that in orange? You?
Well, the double L.
Luau? Liao?
Young.
I don't know. It's spelled L, big L, little L, O-I-U. So if you know how to spell that, let me know, or pronounce that, let me know, because I am struggling. And the picture quote says, insanity is ... realizing you no longer fall asleep. What? Okay. It has been said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I understand the sentiment behind the saying, but it's wrong. I entered the building on a bet. I was strapped for cash and didn't buy into the old legends of the hotel to begin with, so $50 was more than enough to get me to do it. It was simple. Just reach the top floor, the 45th floor, shine my flashlight from a window. The hotel was old and broken, including the elevator, so that meant hiking up the stairs,
45 floors?
Right. That's a mile.
I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be scary, but the amount of stairs
that's scary.
Nah.
The hotel was old and broken, including the elevator. So that meant hiking up the stairs. So up the stairs I went. As I reached each platform, I noted the old brass plaques displaying the floor numbers. 15, 16, 17, 18. I felt a little tired and I crept higher, but so far no ghosts, no cannibals, no demons. Piece of cake. I can't tell you how happy I was as I entered that last stretch of numbers. I joyfully counted them aloud at each platform. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 44. I stopped and looked back down the stairs. I must have miscounted, so I continued up 44, one more flight, 44, and then down 10 flights, 44, 15 flights, 44. And so it's been for so long as I can remember. So really, insanity isn't doing something repeatedly and expecting different results. It's knowing that the results will never ever change. That each door leads to the same staircase, to the same number. It's realizing you no longer fall asleep. It's not knowing whether you've been running for days or weeks or years. It's when the sobbing slowly turns into laughter. That's scary. I don't like that. The fact that it turns into... That reminds me of this... No. That reminds me of this movie called Grave Encounters. Mm-hmm. And they like go to this abandoned like asylum or whatever. And like while they're there, like the walls start changing and like things like start moving. Like obviously like they don't know, like they can't hear the walls moving. But like they like try to go out the exit. They're like trying to find the exit, and so like they can't because like everything's changing. It's terrifying, bro. It's called Grave Encounters 2 if y'all want to watch it. That's the one that, bro, that movie, I watched that in middle school. That low-key like messed me up when I was a kid, like a middle schooler. Anyways, your turn.
Oh, I don't like that one.
I did not like that one.
Okay, this one is Return of the Messiah by Hunt Frog. What?
Hunt Frog.
I don't know if this is going to be scary. Okay. In the year 2026, the Messiah came back down to Earth. She performed miracles and cured the world sick. Cured the world. Cured the sick. Why am I saying world? I'm so sorry. I'm never reading again.
Go ahead.
I swear to God.
You're so funny. You're so funny. I'm so sorry. This is not a good day for us. Keep
God,
going.
oh my god.
Just keep going so we can end this episode because we're struggling.
There was no doubt as to her authenticity. She appeared to all nations at once. All believed, all worshipped her. Sometime later, after this period of our history known as the Age of Peace, she dropped a bombshell on us. She warned us that heaven was almost full. Nobody had gone to... Nobody had gone to hell during this age. There were a fixed amount of spots left. Paradise would be closed to all who died after the gates closed. That is when the mass suicides began. Taking your own life, she had told us, was not a sin if you died a pious man?
Pious man,
Pious?
whatever.
The race was on. She looked on and was pleased. She returned to her home, to her throne of fire and flames, and greeted all with her nod of her wicked horns.
She's the devil.
That's
Cute.
That's sad. Could you imagine?
I don't like that. Can you imagine?
Like, just
Ghetto. The ghetto. Ooh, child, the ghetto.
But think about it. Like, there's a cap on how many people get into heaven.
That would be honest. Okay, that is ghetto though. Like, can you imagine? They're like, "Ooh, we're at capacity." I'd be like, "Bitch."
I'd be pissed.
Imagine if you lived your life in just like perfection, like you like always helped
You're
other
Mother
people out.
Teresa, bro.
You are Mother Teresa, all right. And you get to heaven.
You
and
died
they're
at
like,
the wrong time.
They're like, we're at a capacity. We can't. I'd be like, maybe y'all looked over some other people when you was evaluating their lives that need to be hell. Interesting. Wow, that was really fun. I like reading scary stories. I want to do this again outside of spooky season because this was like actually kind of nice. Like I love hearing spooky stories. It's fun. Ooh. And now it is time for public HR meetings. I love this. That's so
We're just
relaxing.
so in sync.
We really are. It says your dog is in my back. I'm not sure if you could read that
Yeah,
upside
I
down.
read it.
Yeah, I just got a text message. Also that word that we were trying to figure out, it said Pious.
Yeah.
I kind
If
of
you know how to pronounce it,
let us know because we
hit
don't.
us up.
So this week it is me for public HR meetings.
It
Hi,
is. Hi,
welcome.
hello.
Nice to meet you. Give it a kiss. Let's do it at the same time. We're so stupid.
We end up kissing each other.
Damien didn't mean to. Okay, I'm gay.
We didn't kiss each other.
And so
Boyfriend.
I have a boyfriend. I'm single. So very. I wish
Any
I had.
eligible bachelors out there? This is Jaden.
Well, they know. They don't. They know. You don't have to. Anyways,
Well, just kidding.
so for this week's public HR meetings,
Yes.
right? I have a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just get the bone to pick over.
Because I was just sorry, my mom sent a text. I was like, "What is this?" I just have a bone to pick with you.
Yes.
Last week in public HR meeting,
Yes.
you said that you were really happy that I wasn't. I think your wording was bombarding you with texts all week, and that really,
Yes.
hurt me. I think.
It was a praise.
Huh?
It was a praise, though.
Oh, I know, but it wasn't a praise for me. It wasn't a praise to me, if that
Right.
makes sense.
To you.
To you. And so this week, my bone that I have to pick with you is just that I I don't actually know what the issue is. I just didn't like your public HR meeting from last week.
Oh, okay.
And that I was bombarding you with questions or messages.
Yes.
But yeah, I actually really have been trying to keep it to a minimum. The only reason why that has been happening though is because I just school and like the midterm was this past week, so I was just like, there's no way I can. That's also partially like why there's not even going to be a video this week. I mean, other than the fact that it came out awful. But
Oh, it was rough. Just
oh,
kidding.
it was
I also
rough.
didn't edit it, so.
Yeah, she didn't edit it. She didn't have time, but she'll be back to editing this week. Okay. Okay, bitch.
No, I'm not. Just kidding.
No, I'm not.
That was me dying. I'm just
I
kidding.
want to die sometime. No, not like in a bad way. I just hate this country so much and like the world that we currently live in. That's all.
We can go make an island.
Okay, I was telling my sister that. I was like, wouldn't it be so nice if I was like a fucking earthbender? I could go out into the middle of the fucking ocean, bring up a whole ass island, make some fucking mountains, and then move all the people who aren't racist there, right? And then everybody else can stay here.
How about we
So
just go to the island, live a nice island life, you know?
yeah, well, the thing is, we need people there though, because otherwise, white
Yeah.
people are gonna come and then they're gonna try to colonize it, and they're gonna be like, "We found it." They're gonna try to fucking Christopher Columbus that shit, and I'm not trying to play that.
We're not
So
gonna do that.
we're not doing
Not
that.
with us.
Not no.
You see these guns, bro? You see these hands?
These hands, I throw them.
We fighting back. You know what I'm saying?
I hate you
You'll
so much.
only be able to see that if you watch the video version on
Nothing Fancy podcast
on YouTube.
on YouTube. Yes, on YouTube. Yes, on YouTube.
Yes, on YouTube.
It sounds like there's a movie theater here in Colorado. It's called Harkins, and every time the movies start, there's like a little thing, and she says, "All around you," and it's so creepy.
I
But we
hate
say
it
it
every
every
time.
single time. Me and Joanna do it every single time we go to the movies. Like, "All around you." It's fun. Anyways, we will see y'all next week, and you will hear us next week with a brand new episode of Nothing Fancy. We love you so much. Please
Love you,
definitely go
Miles.
subscribe to our YouTube channel, and there's now a link, depending on what platform you're listening to it on, really doesn't matter, in the description. The link to send us voicemails is like the first thing that's on there before anything else. That way, in case you guys weren't able to find it before, it's right there. Now you can find it. You can send us voicemails and things like that. We really want to give you guys advice. So yeah.
Any advice
And-
you need? If you
and-
want to be anonymous, say it in the thingy.
Exactly. Say anything. Or if you want, you can always like message. Well, we can make like something on like Instagram or something, and like try to figure that out, and you guys can like send us little messages or whatever,
us
and we can
We'll
answer
tell
it
you all
that
the
way
final
if you don't
stuff
want to
next
hear your
week.
voice. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Anyways, we love you so much, and we will see you next week with a brand new episode. Love yous.
Bye.
Bye. Maybe possibly bye.